everybody, my name is Hannah Aleene and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be responding to some posts on Reddit from the Am I the Asshole thread. Is it a thread? I don't know Reddit that much, y'all. I chose some stories just based off of the title, so we're going to analyze them, see what we think, and go from there. Am I the asshole for not allowing my stepchild to live here? Right off the bat, as somebody who still lives with their mom and whose mom legitimately refuses to see guys who want their kids to move out, already bad vibes for me. My 42 female husband's 51 male, youngest child, Robin, 19, has had many struggles. Robin has been in and out of rehab, juvenile detention, and now county jail since she was 13. Okay. Robin came out as a trans woman 2 years ago, and this has, of course, increased the difficulty of finding placements and support for Robin. Robin had been living with her mother until 2 weeks ago, but she hurt while intoxicated and was kicked out. Robin is now homeless. Okay. Because of the laws in our state, she could only go to a male shelter. She has had no medical interventions. This is not an option to her, and so she is currently living on the streets. She is cycled through her last psych hold. My husband is desperate to help and is seeking a conservatorship so he can have her committed to a longer psych stay, as she clearly mental illness is a part of the equation here. Sorry, that was a doozy. I don't have my glasses on. In the meantime, he has asked that Robin stay here. I refuse and have 2 young children in the home, 4 and 6, my husband and my children. I cannot risk their safety by having a mentally ill drug addict in our home. Alrighty, bitch, you're done. You're done. You're the asshole. I suggested we pay for a motel room while this gets sorted out, but my husband fears what Robin will do unattended and says I'm an asshole for not doing everything to help this child. Yeah, I don't give a fuck what the comments say. You're an asshole. You're an asshole. No, literally, like, I've been in this situation. I have been in and out of psych stays. I'm mentally unstable. I was homeless for a while because my parents kicked me out. Like, I get it. Like, this parent is a bitch. Even though it's a step parent, like, you don't do that to someone who is clearly freaking struggling. If that is truly family, and she is so young, 19, and dealing with all the mental health issues that she has. Homeless women are one of the most susceptible to being trafficked, and you're just gonna let that happen. Your stepchild just like have the possibility of being trafficked. Oh my god, when me and my mom lived in and out of hotels when we were homeless, like, we had to leave some sketchy areas at one point because there were like known sex traffickers in the area, and we didn't know until like we fucking got there, and it was the only place we could stay at for a few weeks. Bitch. And you're just gonna let her like go out there and be vulnerable to not only like terrible people, but to the weather. Genuinely, I'm done ranting. You are the asshole, ma'am. You're the asshole. Save Robin. All the homies out here hate her. All the homies out here love Robin. Robin, if you're out there, bestie, hit my line. I can't do much, but you'll have some support. Am I the asshole for wanting to exclude my dad and his wife from my wedding? My fiance, 31 male, and I, 37 female, are planning to get married sometime next year in a small intimate ceremony with only a handful of people that are most dear to us. My brother and sister, twins, both 35, and their respective families will be invited. But I told them not to say anything about it to dad about me getting married, as I have no intentions of inviting him. My siblings are somewhat understanding, but they're still unhappy with me for wanting to exclude him. For some background information, my dad was never emotionally present in our lives, and it's always been cold and distant. On top of that, back when our mom died 13 years ago, my dad began dating his now wife 2 months after we buried her. Okay. I've been angry and resentful about that since, as I feel there was no way he could move on so quickly unless there was some infidelity before mom passed. In addition, he's made it very clear that through his actions that his wife and her kids are a priority over us, and constantly makes us feel unwelcome in his home. But yeah, you're not the asshole at all. I'm not even done, and you're not the asshole. A big part of it is his mom. A big part of it is his new wife, who sees us as a threat and a reminder of our dead mom. Our mom was Korean and his new wife is white, and we look very much Asian, so looking at us in reminder of his first wife is okay. In addition, they implemented rules like we can no longer cook Korean food when we visit because it smells funny, and anything that was Korean in the house was promptly removed. Okay, that's just, huh? Oh my god. There was also a time when all of our photos were taken down and only the photos of her kids were up, blonde hair and blue eyes. I've attempted for years to try to repair this relationship with my dad, but he has no interest. He thinks we should just pretend everything is fine. He picks his wife over us every time. Because of everything that's happened, I've gone no contact with my dad for over a year now, which has actually been really great for my mental health. My siblings say it would hurt my dad's feelings if he learns that I got married and that I need to try to move on, but that if I don't, they will still support me. Am I the asshole for not wanting my dad there and for also wanting to keep major life events a secret for him? Oh, and P.S. my fiance completely supports my decision. So do I, besties. So do I. If you have somebody in your life consciously not making a fucking effort to be there and support you, they do not get to be there for the big important moments in your life. That is not for them anymore, especially when it's a parent who is always shutting you down and choosing a new family over yours. Bullshit. Your family is just as important as the family he has now, and he should have made that aware, and he's not, so fuck him. He's not going to the wedding. Final answer. Also, I'm so sorry that I have such a struggle reading. I don't have my glasses on, and like sometimes the words come out too quickly, so it's just like a bunch of like jumbles, but like I'm reading them just fast. Okay, this is the last one I'm gonna do. Am I the asshole for refusing to go see relatives that did something 8 years ago that deeply offended me as an autistic person? As an autistic person, I'm quite intrigued. I haven't had to see these relatives since, but my other family has twice. The first time I had something else already planned, and the second time I was sick, so I didn't have to go. These relatives are celebrating something and our whole family was invited, of course. I told my family straight up that I'm not going, so I don't need a ride, and they were not happy with me having no reason for it. So I told them I don't like the specific relatives because they're ableist assholes. Period! And the reason for that description, when I was like 16, during a similar party at these relatives' home, for the dinner, there were not enough space at the table inside the house, so I was directed outside to the patio to sit in the kids' table, which was sat up for the other party attendees, 3 to 7-year-olds and 1 10-year-old. Ouch. At the same time, you were a kid, you were 16, so like I get that on their end, but also like there has to be more. We don't just call people ableist for no reason. I was told to my face, you're still technically a kid, right? And you can watch the other kids. No, yeah. What makes this ableist to me is that they know I'm autistic, though low support needs, subtle stims, easily mistaken for just an introvert. Can't say that word if you don't know. And it was clear that they were targeting me or just infantilizing me, as my cousins 17 and 18 got to sit at the dinner table inside the house. I was deeply offended by this and quite sad afterwards that nobody seemed to see anything wrong with how I was excluded and involuntarily given a babysitter role. I mean, you're 16 if you're the youngest. I'm sorry, that doesn't really count as infantilizing in my eyes. But like it could be in your eyes and that's your experience and that's okay. But like at the same time, like if you don't like them and if seeing them brings up that situation where you felt hurt at that time and you feel that hurt over and over again when you're seeing them, don't see them. I'm not saying you shouldn't go, and I'm not saying you're not an asshole, nor are you an asshole for not going, but it's just like a personal topic for you. Well, I told my parents that and they just called me petty and unreasonable for refusing to see them because of a grudge for something so small and so long ago. Insisting that people just didn't understand autism back then, so it was just an unfortunate mistake, which is also pretty true. There was not a lot of information on autism growing up. I'm 26. I got diagnosed when I was 4 years old alongside with ADHD, and there wasn't a lot of information. And that was like the first wave of knowingly diagnosed autistic children like coming in. Well, the wave before me, but like it was like the first few waves of them coming in and teachers and educators learning how to deal with us. There wasn't a lot of education, there wasn't a lot of knowledge on it. Like that, your parents are right on that. I still don't want to see those relatives. I don't feel welcomed after the last time I saw them, and I'm not close with them. I saw them max every 5 years before the whole thing anyway. Nothing would really change in either family lives here. I just won't be attending those random celebrations anymore, and they'd have enough seats. And I'm standing behind my decision even though the rest of my family is acting as if I'm going with them. The more I think about it, the less I'm sure. I don't know if I'm really being unreasonable here. So am I the asshole for refusing to go because of an old grudge? Yes, and I wouldn't say an asshole, but just, you're just hurt. Honestly, I wouldn't go. Because I know if I was in that situation and I was embarrassed and forced to go sit with the kids and I felt like these negative emotions, and if seeing them every time brought up those emotions, I'm not going to want to fucking deal with that, whether I've healed or not from it. I'm not going to want to deal with it. I'm not going to want to go through that again. So fuck them. I'm not going. So I get what you're saying. Definitely not the asshole, but I'm definitely not the asshole. I hope you guys did enjoy. I literally got dressed in the middle of the night for this. Well, I say as it's like 9 p.m. but I was wearing pajamas and then I got dressed to film this. So I hope you guys think I'm beautiful. Just kidding. So yeah, I'm gonna go. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I'm gonna see you guys next time. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys next time. I already said that. Bye. Mwah.